All right, Flacco.
Hold on 1 second. I just shared this with G. I got to share with everybody else.
This is wild.
You guys weren't the only ones laughing at my Ozzie Newsome take from my wife. Ozzie, huh? Bold move, Cotton.
and she don't be texting no time. I said, bro, what? I said,
That's stop Turner tracks.
Like she was doing
What?
something. What? Hold on.
She's old enough to remember 82.
That's wild. My
own wife is laughing at my takes.
This after you stopped me for him calling him Carson Matthews.
I know.
Clay.
No, it's Carson Matthews. It's Clay Matthews.
Yeah, it's a hybrid.
Yeah,
it's a hybrid.
Two things.
My bad.
All right, Flacco. Go. What'd you think of the 40-year-old quarterback making his debut in this iteration of his Browns team?
I just spilled mine. I thought he was great.
Yeah. Do we have to give grades?
I thought he was great.
What grade would you give him, Jay? Just for the sake of this, what grade
Give him
would
a
you give him?
solid B+, and I could be talked into an A-. He's 31 of 45, 290 yards. By my count, no picks. He did everything we thought he was going to do. He's checked down Charlie. He dinks and dunks. I'm with Jay. I think as the weeks go on, he's going to open up the offense. I was disappointed in one thing. Nothing down the field.
How did we? I don't know why. When did we think he was going to dink and dunk? He never did that the first time.
I thought that's exactly what he was going to do. I thought he was going to throw the ball to the tight end. No, I did not. I did not.
I had him for 350. I came up shy. He's 290.
His stat line looked like exactly what I said it was going to look like.
I thought he played okay. I would give him like a C+.
Wow.
I thought he looked.
Where was he deficient?
He was not accurate with his throws.
Jeez.
I thought
he had 7 drops and he was 31 of 45. Give him those drops, he's 38 of 45.
So then we got to say that about every other game with his drops.
Well, no, I mean, if you're 38 of 45, my God, I'm not going to say you're not accurate.
Well, accuracy is not just whether the pass is caught or not, Jay.
There's a lot to do with it.
Okay. So there are a lot of throws that he didn't put on target, that like guys had to make plays. Which, okay, receivers are supposed to do that. I just didn't think he was particularly accurate in that game yesterday. How many official drops did he have, Mike? Do we know?
I counted 7, but I don't know what
it's
the final
not 7.
stat was.
They don't
I don't know.
the same way.
I'll figure it out.
There is an official stat, but I'm just saying balls that I thought should have been caught, I had it 7.
Do they have an off-target stat?
Like I thought there were a lot of balls that were caught.
PFF will have it.
He could have given the receiver a better throw. I didn't think
You can say that about every quarterback. Yeah, look, if it's caught,
I'm not being asked about every quarterback. I'm being asked. You asked me what I saw as a deficiency. I'm saying I didn't think he was accurate as I remember him.
He hit on 2/3 of his passes.
I thought.
I have your numbers here.
Go ahead.
According to PFF, this is just one tracker. There were 4 drops yesterday, and he had 3 passes that were considered off-target throws.
Okay, that's a.
I don't know what does that mean, off target?
I mean,
according to the key,
that could have been incompletions.
Right, but like
in all likelihood, they were incompletions.
If I get a throw where I got to stretch out to make the catch, is that considered off target? Probably not.
I don't know.
I'm just saying.
I don't know exactly.
I thought he looked. I'm not saying he was bad. I just thought he looked okay. I thought he looked old to me. He looked older than the last time we saw him. And I keep playing him because I do think he will help the development of the young players around him. But I don't think he's going to last. And I don't think he can't put the team on his back. So as they play, as the competition gets tough and the season goes, I think they're going to have a hard time scoring points because I just don't think he's going to be good enough consistently as the season goes. I thought he played okay, but I don't know. He didn't have that same level of sharpness. Like when he played here 2 years ago, they were going downfield all the time. They didn't do that at all.
He was also throwing interceptions all the time. And, I mean, yeah, I know he threw 2 yesterday. But
I'm not blaming him for
those. Those weren't on him. So I think that there's some give and take with that. I think part of the driving it down the field comes with greater risk that he's going to throw picks, where what you saw yesterday was a lot of short and conservative. Honestly,
I was just surprised because the Bengals were really getting no pressure on him for the most part. There was that one drive with 2 plays in a row. They got pressure on him.
He did take one big hit.
Outside of that, they got like no pressure on him.
I think part of it is because he was getting the ball out quick.
Yeah, very quick.
And it wasn't, I mean, last year, I don't want to get into last year was a disaster on a number of levels. They were holding the ball too long, and then it was the check down. It wasn't going anywhere. Yesterday, it felt like it was more within the rhythm of the offense. It was what was expected. The play action, I thought, was effective. I'm more with Jay than you. I think you're being a little hard on him.
I mean,
know you're
by
not
the way,
killing
you
him.
want to point to numbers. Look at those numbers. Those aren't good. Go ahead, put that up, Mike.
What? I didn't see what
The
it
numbers
was.
Mike just had up there.
I didn't see what
Throwing
it was.
to 8 different receivers.
The quarterback rating is bad.
Well, the interceptions kill those. That kills it.
Was that the QBR or the quarterback rating?
Doesn't matter.
rating.
I have both.
You
It's
get dinged
QBR.
on both.
No, I don't think you do on
Yeah, you
quarter-
do. You get
on
dinged on both.
QBR?
Both.
I'm looking at both of them.
Yeah, you get dinged on
QBR
both.
right now is 32.8. His quarterback rating was 75.8.
Yeah,
I don't
and that's
know.
all-
I don't
that's
think
all
it
the
factors
interceptions.
in
It
on
does.
QBR.
It does.
You
The
sure?
interceptions-
How do they
yes.
not? How do interceptions not?
I don't understand. I'll be the first to say there's
Yeah.
a lot to that I don't understand, and I tried to get my mind around it when I was at ESPN. I had smart people explaining it to me. It is so convoluted, but I will
that's
say this:
quarterback rating.
I
I don't
will
know
say
about
this:
QBR.
both the interceptions kill you.
But if you,
it kills you.
If you,
And the yards per pass attempt is bad.
I don't remember off the top of my head what his EPA yesterday was,
Yeah.
but it wasn't good. It was.
Yeah.
It was minus 0.01.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And his average depth of target was on the lower end. I think it was like 5.5 yards. So that's why the completion that you see.
Yeah.
I can't remember what. Mike, would you have? Yeah, 6.4 yards per attempt.
That's not
That's
good.
because his average depth of target was like 5.6. And I think there was only 3 or 4 quarterbacks in week 1 that had a lower ADOT. So everything was short. And that goes back to what we were
I
talking
expected
about.
that.
And so, judging it by that, I thought he was fine. I don't think he was elite. What was elite?
I don't think he was
What I
elite
thought
either.
was elite was the touchdown throw to Tillman.
That was a great play.
A rookie's not making that throw.
Yeah.
I agree with
That
that.
was
way.
a terrific throw into the end zone.
Well, it was anticipation.
Yeah, absolutely.
What was your grade?
Well, Mike, I'd give him a B. Like I don't think.
All right,
I-
I said C plus. I think.
no, you didn't say
No,
plus.
see,
You
you
said
said C minus
Yeah,
or C.
and that's why I'm saying. Like I
I
lean more
wasn't
that way.
killing him.
No, you weren't. I lean more that way than that
Yeah.
way. I think you're being a little bit too hard on him. He executed what was asked of him, and
I mean, we're killing Cedric Tillman for one drop, but I can't.
I mean, it turned into an interception. You have to live with that.
he had to dive for the play.
It doesn't matter.
He got
It
his hands
turns
on the
into an
ball.
interception.
So
He's
he
a paid
has to
wide
dive
receiver
for
in
a
the
play.
NFL.
It's all the wide receiver's fault, none the quarterback.
No, but most of it's on him.
In that play, he in those 2 throws, those are where he had to put the ball.
That's it.
For
To
him
complete it.
To complete the pass and only give them a chance.
I got to go
at
back
it.
and watch that again. And see if that-
Especially the Jerry Jeudy one. Look,
No, I'm not talking about the Jerry Jeudy one.
Well,
I'm
you're
talking
talking about the
specifically on the
Cedric
Tillman
Tillman.
one.
Both of them were similar.
Here's what I'm gonna say. Now, mind you, I'm gonna just repeat this. I got to keep the same energy with Joe Flacco as if 2 rookies was playing. If 2 rookies was playing and them balls was thrown the way they were, we would be sitting here saying, bro, you got to get a rookie a chance. Come on, the rookie, he gave you opportunity. You got to catch some football. So I got to say the same for Joe Flacco. Here's the thing. I gave Joe Flacco a B-, right? Now, there's a couple of things why I gave him B-. It could have been anywhere from the range from a B- to a B+. The reason I started at the B-, I was confused. There was a couple of times there was some motion penalties, not getting lined up correctly.
We took a delay too.
Took a delay game. And I said, dang it.
You know.
Well, and I was like, and it was just, those things, I expect Joe Flacco, because how great and tough. When I say Joe Flacco is a guy with all the answers, he done seen every defense, everything possible. So I expect him, the pre-snap stuff, flawless. Out of the huddle, no delay games, flawless. That's what I expect out of him. And I expect him to understand it down the distance. The reason I like this was, for me as a quarterback, and these are guys who are veterans, I like my quarterback to understand what type of time we on today. It ain't one of them games, right? Like even when you say Joe Burrow didn't play that well, right? But there's a couple of throws where they trying to get the ball to T. Higgins, or he understood what he needed to do in the you can't make up the yards you thought you was gonna get. You take what you get at that point in time and you understand what you're doing. Flacco knew, all right, I'm inside the red zone before the half. We got 3 points in our back pocket. When we get the ball at half, and we want to have an 8-minute quarter.
Right. That was a smart.
That was a smart.
When he
Throw it
took
in the
sack.
stands,
Yeah,
kick
yeah.
the field goal. Now we got the ball back.
Yeah.
Now he comes down and throws a touchdown. I thought the touchdown, I will agree, that was a veteran throw, because when you look at it from the back angle, he threw that with anticipation. He knew exactly what coverage was. He knew it, and he threw it before he was even out of his break.
That was a great angle issue. By the way,
It was that was
I
great.
really love that broadcast team. That's a great broadcast
I
team.
enjoyed it.
Underrated.
I enjoyed it.
That was
underrated.
really
They did a great
good.
job with the game.
And
Yeah.
now the interceptions, right? Joe's gonna say Joe might even tell you, hey, maybe I could have thrown the ball away right there before they kicked the field goal. It was a 36-yard field goal. He took a sack before that. I think it was 4-yard loss. Maybe he says, hey, maybe I could get us in something better or whatever. But to me, I come away thinking that this game was not won or lost at the quarterback position.
No.
There's games you can say, well, hey, the quarterback was doing this and that. This wasn't one of those games.
No.
So the yards downfield were a little alarming. Maybe the Bengals had some defense. I haven't seen all 22.
Gee, don't you think that was to Jay's point? I think what they looked at was, we can bring Joe back. We can run this back. What killed us with Joe?
Right.
The downfield throws that are picked.
Yeah.
How do you minimize interceptions? Well, if they're all coming on downfield throws, you dink and dunk. Yeah. That's why they did it. I do think as the season goes on, they're going to have to open that up.
Yeah,
and
you
they
have
will.
to be able to drive the
and
ball
they will.
downfield.
But I was a little alarmed, too, that they didn't even take one shot. Nothing. They had 2 plays of 25 yards each. The Bengals' longest play from scrimmage yesterday was 20 yards. I would never have guessed that.
And the
Bengals'
secondary is not very good. So I
Which
was
is why I
surprised
wanted
they
them-
didn't take any shots.
Are you willing?
I thought Cam Taylor-Britt was, in particular, he was hideous in that game.
But
that penalty on Jerry Jeudy, there was no reason for that.
He
That
just
was so
tackled him
stupid.
for no reason.
That was so dumb.
My thing is, again, it goes back to roster construction. Who did you? If I'm playing the Cleveland Browns, besides Isaiah Bond, who he's not going to run.
He had that one play they didn't use him.
Right. He's not. Yeah. You look at him, and as a defensive back, he's not going to run everything in the route tree. You're sitting on that. And then I'm looking at Cedric Tillman, Jamari Thrash, and Jerry Jeudy. Y'all not running away from me.
Yeah.
Like you guys. So they don't scare you or threaten you in that way. So.
Here's one thing with Flacco that you worry about going forward. He's one of the very few quarterbacks in the league that the defense has zero concern about him getting out of the pocket.
At all.
That's right.
Right? And that's a major advantage to defenses, especially when you start playing good defenses.
And the Bengals knew that yesterday, too.
And they don't have a good defense. They played okay, but they when you start playing good defenses, there's no threat of the run whatsoever. None.
It's going
to look different against the Ravens.
This is where we say, not only when they start to get to this because
I know.
So the reason you be so upset is you're not going to get these next couple of weeks.
Nope.
The week 1 is a reprieve because everybody's trying to figure out what they're doing and figure the bases
out. Week 1
out.
is the most likely week to have an upset.
When you got the Ravens and now you got the rest of these teams, and these teams are jousting in the AFC for positioning. They're not going to play with you.
Oh, you're going to get an angry Ravens
so
team now, too.
Oh, yeah.
If you're the Browns and you can't hang your head on running the ball, you don't really have a threat of Joe Flacco getting out of the pocket and extending plays, and you don't have a deep threat that people think you're going to run by you, what's available?
It's extremely limited offense.
Yeah.
It's just not talent on that side of the ball right now.